You tell me guys something. I'm not going to do this a whole episode. I just want to show you what my little dilemma is here. I got this mic. This is how close I want it to be. I think it sounds better this way. I'll have to control my gain a little bit, which I won't do right now. But I want to bring it this close so I can make a voice intro. What do you mean? Aren't you already... Don't you mean you're already using your voice? Yeah, but have you heard the radio voice? Hello once again, ladies and gentlemen. This is GGThorns here with another Stanley Parable. I don't want to do that. Maybe I should. I would like your input. But anyway, the mic's staying off camera. Right there. I would like it here, but it's... If the floating is bothering anybody, let me know. We're gonna go back. Oh, still a little bit right there. Move that. Another weird thing.
This is the
When I'm talking to you, audience, your ears are over here. That's really weird. So if I want to lean into you, I get quieter, and it doesn't make a lot of sense.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Already you threw a curveball at me. Can I rush it?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, I
Yet
think
there was not a
the
single
code was
person here.
2845.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
So my idea this time is to beat the game, and then beat it
Stepping
again.
into his manager's office,
See if anything happens.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Really? You can get something different if you rush it. I knew it.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
I'm still gonna rush this the best I can. It takes a while to shut. Can I like leave the elevator before? Guess we'll find out later.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength
Just walk out.
to find out?
And we push the next button.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. Lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley,
Come on, let's go.
one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
Never.
It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past
I see a new
began to
option
sink
here.
in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle
Change of
the
plan.
controls once and... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Well, that's not good.
That this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
Ooh.
How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
Yes.
It's your time to shine.
Wait, what's this?
You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little
I see
time
buttons. I
left
want to push them.
enjoy it.
That 3?
Mere moments until the
That 3?
bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me.
I want to push buttons.
Where we're going. What
That's
all
4.
this means,
Where's the 3?
I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you
3?
exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story.
There's 4 and 5. Where's 3?
I
Where's
simply
3?
let you sit there in your office forever, pushing
That's gotta
buttons
be 3 right
endlessly
there.
and then dying alone.
Okay.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground,
Okay.
swallowing everyone inside, or I let
4 and
it
5.
burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next round will
Where's
be
5? Where's
even
5? Where's
better.
5?
My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
This guy got really maniacal.
You're in for quite a
3
disappointment.
times remaining.
But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you
I'm probably gonna get blown up.
This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice.
Is there?
Make it
142.
or don't. It's all the same to me.
Or a
All
hint.
part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your
Well,
inevitable life.
goodbye.
From the moment we fade in until the moment I say.
Hide under the stairs. Well, I'm going to see if it's possible to actually do something about that. Just, I don't want to waste time on this footage. I'm gonna hold the recording off for 1 minute. I just want to look this up. I'll be right back. Okay, I looked up and yeah, I'm not getting any results here, so let's start something. I want to try a couple things. First one, I can start trying immediately. I'm gonna sit here and look. I have a feeling they got something for this. There's so many. How many have I discovered so far? I'm just gonna scan this. I'm gonna wait for a second. Maybe not for a second, maybe a minute. Maybe about a minute. I don't know if I really want to walk out there right now. It's such a dangerous world. I mean, I got blown up. I got sent in the middle of the street going crazy. I got squished. Got bugged. You know what I mean? That one ending where, you know, you keep messing and you unplug the telephone, that one. Watching the clock. Good, another minute. Just wait till that clock hits that 12.
Stanley stood for a long time in one spot. It's part of a game. He likes to see how long he can go without dying. So far, he's doing excellent.
Yeah.
And if he just stays right where he is, I'm sure he'll keep up that good momentum.
That's right.
Let's observe the genius at work.
Yeah. Totally right. You know what else? Click. Oh my god, that worked.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy.
I'll be happy.
Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Just another game restart. Okay. Here we go. Off again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
There's one more thing I want to see.
The correct way to the meeting room,
No.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
So my initial theory was wrong that continuous replays of this
Stanley
actually
was so bad at
trigger
following
something
directions,
else.
It's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So I was wrong. The game resets every time.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Can I fall off?
I'm not your enemy, really. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley left from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you're very powerful.
I love this game. I love it. Oh, thank you for getting me this game, Spuds. You want to link your channel?
All of his co-workers were gone. What
Hey,
could
it changed to
be?
that again.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it
Interesting how that
perfectly
layout
well.
changes sometimes.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes. This room.
It's a lovely room.
What a beautiful room.
I love his
What a
room.
gorgeous, gorgeous room.
Yes.
Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour
Oh,
on his
yeah.
way to the meeting room.
Oh, yes.
Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible.
I am
even
going to
consider.
model my house after this room.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Another
I
option.
realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Okay.
There's
Time
someone
this.
you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
I just thought of that.
Let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Through the door.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Through the door.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem
I'm very
is always
happy.
choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be
I can go
so
back the other
much
way.
happier if
I can
we
do it.
just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you. What do we want? What are we looking for? Here.
Oh.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Good. Good for you. What are you doing? What's going on? Oh, this was quite the discovery. Okay, I just want to make sure my frame rate didn't drop. My frame rate dropping on this? Because I'm just imagining, like, look at it. It's sparkly. Can I jump off? Nope. Let's just hang out. I want to see if there's any more effects coming up. Probably not. They're just the same thing. They're just green. Ooh. Wonder how long I could have stayed there for.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
We've reset it plenty of times before.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Bye.
No!
Ow.
Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Okay. You mean I could repeatedly do that? Oh, this is... I can't take this anymore.
No. No, no. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Freedom!
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
I want my freedom.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it?
This is so messed up.
Literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore.
Pretty much.
I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Here we go.
Is it over?
I think so.
It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
That is brutal. Wow. It's like Groundhog Day. You keep going through the same thing.
Co-workers were gone.
He just starts
What did it mean?
killing himself.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Bill Murray. Good movie.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the
Still
door.
want to answer
This
the
was
phone.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No. We've already seen
Stanley
that
was so
one.
bad at following directions.
No, wait,
that
I didn't even go
probably
through that
wasn't
door.
5 years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong
That was a
foot
crazy
here.
pathway.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Let's just see what happens if I
realize
wait
that
there for a while
investing
next
your
time.
Trust in someone else can be difficult.
There's
The
so many
fact is that
options.
The story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Yes?
Someone you've forgotten about.
Who?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For her.
This is
Oh,
Stanley.
you mean her?
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
Take me!
She's been waiting.
Ah! Sprite.
That's her, Stanley.
Yes?
You need to be the one to do this.
Okay.
To reach out to her.
Okay.
If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Okay. We'll see what happens.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
No.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Oh boy.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
No. 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 I reviews. How about F? I will fight this. You can't stop me. Really had to put the chair. You know what?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Why did it shake?
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, In his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Wanna watch TV? Okay, let's watch some TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought
He's gonna kill me.
him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Yeah, okay, fine.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room.
I know what's happening.
Monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that
I know what's happening.
Directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Honey, help me.
It was such a wonderful fantasy. And
I can be good to you.
He relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free.
I think it's kind of funny how you shaved your head, though.
Some new path, mustn't there?
Looks okay, though.
Perhaps if he played
don't judge.
just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing's changed.
Ow.
The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
Oh. I was asleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world, he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. I'll listen to him. The UK hate. I'm getting what I deserve. I'll sharpen a pencil. I'll do my papers. Fine.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I
already killed myself many times. Okay.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
Maybe this.
And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I
Now what? Restart? Let's go. Wait a second. We are at 20 minutes. That means you guys gotta wait till another day. I'm sorry, that's just how, 20 minutes, gotta keep your turn. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.